What's up, Toy Fam, and welcome back to your Totally Cool channel. We're on Superhero Saturday. I'm Big Joe, and I'm taking you to another toy adventure for today. Yep, we are focused on the Marvel Legends for this episode, and what better way to kick off our Marvel Legends series than by bringing you a exclusive, well, not exclusive, but an official Marvel Legends prop. This is from the Marvel Legends series. It's got an additional toy, but the star of this box is none other than the first Infinity Stone to be ever featured in the Marvel Cinematic Universe on the Avengers. No, Captain America, the first Avenger, if I'm correct. Yeah, this was featured on Captain America, the first Avenger. This was the artifact that the Red Skull was looking for when he started Hydra. Yep, we are dealing with the first Infinity Stone, the Space Stone, inside the Tesseract. And this is a very special Tesseract because this was a release that coincided with the Marvel Studios Loki Disney Plus series. That's why you have an extra figure on the side, none other than Tom Hiddleston's Loki. Although we are not, and I apologize for the other fans out there, we do not collect Avengers figures yet. No. Our Marvel Legends, our Marvel collection is probably very confined and very limited compared to other collectors out there because we are limited to X-Men and other mutants and their villains like the Sentinels and all that stuff. We also have the Fantastic Four and Galactus. This collection was triggered by the HasLab release of the Sentinel and Galactus, but we're not going to talk about that. The MCU collection that we have is focused on Iron Man. Now, why do we have the Tesseract? Because, collectors are that way. They kind of get something that is connected to it. So we have a lot of Marvel Cinematic Universe props. The Infinity Gauntlets, the Hammer of Thor, Stormbreaker, and we are going to kick off the prop series with the first one that we feel could just do a nice little takeoff, and that is the Tesseract. So let's stop talking about it. Let's start getting into it. Let's start with the box, and in front you have none other than the Tesseract. Pretty straightforward. It says electronic roleplay accessory and Loki figure. It's not a prop, it's an electronic roleplay accessory. Nice way of saying it. Yep. And on the left flap, you have Loki. All right. And on the right flap, you see the Tesseract in hand. Although you really can't hold it in your hand because you're going to disappear. It's the Space Stone, right? And then above, you see Loki with a weapon. This is probably I think this is one of the weapons he wielded when he joined the time something. And then at the back, you have the Tesseract. Yep. Enough with the intro. Enough with stalling. Stop keeping yourself from opening. And let's open him up. Let's open him up. Just one tape will do. Put that aside. And carefully open it. Carefully open it. Oh, pretty heavy. Pretty heavy. Are you ready to see your future? Fine, I'll do it myself. That's what Thanos said, right? So you've got, I don't know why you need a manual for this thing, but yes, you do. It shows you, ooh, it lights up. I think it's got batteries. Let's see how that works. Let's see what is inside this small box. There's a flap right here. Very simple. I think this is where Loki is imprisoned. Yep, very simple packaging. No fancy schmancy drawings. You've got Loki. Let's do him some other time. We're not going to do an action figure review. Or unless you want to. Let's see. Let's just give you a sneak peek. There's Loki in his tuxedo, his suspenders. Are those suspenders? No, it's like a vest where he can put the sword behind him. This is a sword. Yeah. Bye-bye, Loki. We'll talk about you some other time in But because today we will be featuring the Tesseract, I don't think this is gonna be as big as they showed it in the movie, that we saw in the movie, but it is quite heavy. Ooh, interesting. So it's got a plastic case, maybe just so I don't disappear, right? Just like the Red Skull when he held on to it. So it's sizable. I've got average size hands. So the cube is pretty normal, bigger than your average Rubik's cube, and you open it from the top. It's pretty straightforward. And then, yep, and then you unleash the Tesseract. Nice display case, though, I have to say. It's a nice display case. Nice display case. Okay, let's close that later. So it's wrapped in paper. Wrapped in paper, right? Wrapped in paper. Let's and cut through all that shit. Ooh, ooh. I'm. My interest is piqued. It's textured. Okay. It really has that Tesseract feel, because the cube, although let's set this aside, we don't need that. Although the cube is smooth on the outside, inside looks like it's a mess in terms of texture. Fun, 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 fun. Okay, there we go. Let's look at that. Let's give you the old 360 view. Okay, old 360 view. Why is it scratched? There are some scratches on the outside. I think it's intentional. That's the top. That's the bottom. You pretty much won't know which one's right side up. And yeah, it's got some cracks on the plastic, but I think it's intentional. I think it's intentional. Now let's see how to open him up. Oh, that's amazing. Let's look at the inside. Let's set this aside for a while. This is, I think, the light up feature. But look at the inside. I don't want to do a DC Marvel mashup, but this looks like Superman's Fortress of Solitude, like his ice castle or something. So it's got like gravel, textured stone on ice. Same thing for this one. And I'm really curious about how it's going to look when we light it up. Okay. Looks like I'm going to need a screwdriver for this, but I'll be back in a jiff. All right. So this ball here requires a precision tool, Phillips screwdriver, just to open it, and then you put 3 AAA batteries inside and press. There's the screw right here, okay, and the switch is over here, so that lights up. Now what it does is you put this here, okay, and you, am I doing this right? Am I doing this right? Am I doing this right? There we go. So now you've got the cube and it lights up. Nice. That's nice. You can go it like that. I'm Thanos. I am Thanos. I am Hydra. I am the Red Skull. Nice thing to have. It's a pretty cool addition to any collection. If you're a Marvel Cinematic Universe fan, we'll do a shot of this with the lights off, and that's gonna show you what it can really do. But why don't we do that right now? So you can do it like this. You can display it like this, or you can put it back inside this case, just so nobody gets warped or portaled out, like this. I think I prefer to keep it this way because, you know, it's just neater. It just looks better this way. It looks crisper. But if you're gonna do a showcase, this is how you do it. Personally, I think this Tesseract would look great with the Captain America shield, with Mjolnir, and with an Iron Man Mark 7 or Mark 6 helmet. Pretty much the most recognizable weapons or props from the big three of the Marvel Cinematic Universe. You've got Thor, you've got Captain America, you've got Iron Man. Of course, if you can get your hands on a Black Widow, or I don't know if you can get something for what does Hulk? You can get the trousers of Hulk, or you can get who's this guy? Hawkeye's bow and arrow. Either way, but just for kicks, put this in the middle. Okay, put this in the middle. You've got Iron Man's helmet here. You've got Mjolnir on this side, and you've got the Captain America shield behind it. You're set. That would be a perfect display. So that ends our unboxing of this one. So let's do a toy review. First impression, doesn't look much, right? You don't see it through the window. It's wrapped in plastic. It's wrapped in paper. When you open it, it's just boxes. Loki's not even that impressive, so it's kind of like, let's wait and see kind of situation. Now, first impression, when you take it out of the box, you're like, okay, that's interesting. But the more you unwrap it and the more you see what it's made of, you're like, it gets better and better. Toy playability, aside from holding it like this and pretending you're the Red Skull, or you're pretending like you're Loki when you're trying to open the portal for the Chitauri, not really a toy, right? If you're a cosplayer, if you're into that thing, if you want to dress up like Loki or Thanos or even the Red Skull to say a Comic-Con, and you're gonna have to have this. This is gonna take your costume up a notch. So playability, if it's pretend play you're into, this is a good toy. If it's just pretend play action figure type deal, no, this is more of a display. So to each his own, whatever floats your boat. It depends on what you're gonna use it for. But if it's a cosplay item that you're looking for that could, upscale your look, for sure. Red Skull, who else? Red Skull, Thanos, or even if you want to dress up like who's that scientist? Dr. Selvig. Yeah, Dr. Selvig, or even Jane Foster. This would be a nice prop. Okay, so that's for playability. Price point, it's about $80, about 4,000 pesos. But then you get two. You get the Tesseract and you get Loki, right? And so I think it's worth it. It's a little bit pricey, but you should see where I'm sitting and what I'm seeing from where I'm sitting. I think it's worth it. Final toy review. Is it cool? I'm sorry, is it not cool? Is it cool? Or is it totally cool? Tell me what you think in the comments box. Let's see if we're on the same wavelength. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. I think it's cool. It grows on you. If you're a cosplayer, it's gonna elevate your look. If you're a shriner, if you love to put things in acrylic boxes or glass cabinets, this is going to be a nice, it's gonna level up your display. If you're if you have the Loki helmet, whatever, it adds another touch. It's not just your regular weapons, it's another piece of Marvel Cinematic Universe mythos or history or memorabilia. So it's a nice to have. That's why it's cool, and we're certifying this as a really, really cool toy, especially if the lights are off. With that, we thank you for watching until the end of this episode, and we're gonna, like I said, this is gonna kick off Marvel stuff after this episode, so stay tuned for that. Don't forget to hit like, don't forget to hit subscribe, don't forget to get that bell button, follow us on Facebook, TikTok, and Instagram, and always remember, this is Big Joe telling you, toys are not just cool, they're totally cool. So happy collecting. Bye-bye.